Okay. Review notes are possibly, excuse me, hi, the most important assignment or lecture of the chapter because we go over everything that we've been doing. So I want to make sure we're all engaged, participating, and not tuning me out for this super important assignment. Chapter 7, review notes. Find the measure of each angle indicated. Okay. Triangles, excuse me, add to 180. 7x minus 2 plus 62 plus 4x minus 1 equals 180. Do you guys know what this is called, the thing I just did?
Triangle pendulum.
Triangle, angle, sum, theorem. Well, I might ask you what it is on the test. So if you know it, you know it, but I just wanted to put it there. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to give you all the info on that as soon as I'm done with the review notes. Okay, now I'm going to combine like terms. I have 7x plus 4x makes 11x. Negative 2 plus 62 minus 1. Negative 2 plus 62 minus 1. Why is that 59? Minus 59. Bless you. Okay, it says find the measure of each angle. So that means I need to plug the 11 back in. So this is 7 times 11 minus 2. 77 minus 2 is 75. And this would be 4 times 11 minus 1, which is 44 minus 1 is 43. And then what you can do, you can add those three up and make sure that they add to 180. It's a great way to check your answer. You guys have any questions about triangle angle sum theorem? So add the three angles to 180, solve for x, plug back in. You guys okay? Okay, number 2, set up a proportion and solve for x. The triangles in each pair are similar. Okay, this similarity statement right here tells you what goes with what. It already marked Q and U. So U has 1 mark. V, or 2 marks. I'm going to put 1 mark in V and 3 marks in W. And then Q, R is the second spot, so I'm going to put 1 mark there. And then S, I'm going to put 3. This helps me decide how to set up my proportion. Okay, the 60. I'm going to start with the 60. Do you guys see how the 60 is between the 1 arc and the 2 arcs? What number on the bottom triangle is between 1 arc and 2 arcs? 132 equals, okay. And then back to the top triangle, 5x minus 5 and 88. Okay, now we're going to cross multiply. So you multiply those two and multiply those two. Distribute. Is that the amount of feet in a mile? I don't think it has anything to do with this problem, but it's interesting. Okay, any questions about number one or two? Anything I can do for you there? Okay, move down to number three. Number three is also a proportion. The currency in Kuwait is the dinar. Is it dinar? Any idea? Anyone been to Kuwait? No. The exchange rate is approximately 1 dinar to $9.20. So I'm going to set up my proportion with 1 to 9.20. At this rate, how many dollars? Okay, so that means the X needs to go in the dollar spot. Would you get if you exchanged 14.5 dinars? Okay, so cross multiply 1 times X equals 920 times 14.5. 1 times X is just X. $133.4. Okay, now this is very important. We need to have a discussion. You guys are going to sound silly if you have a money problem and you answer it 133.4. We don't say $133.4. Yes, honey. So the final answer for this would be $133.40. You need to make sure that it's pennies, like money. Otherwise, you guys look silly. What, honey? Okay, I'm pretty sure the directions on the test say set up a proportion and solve for X, but I'm sure that you can do it. And I think the one on the test is not one. You know what I mean? Okay, moving on. Find the missing side of each triangle. Leave your answers in simplest radical form. So that means exact form. And these are Pythagorean theorem problems. And I might ask you what theorem that you would use for these, and I expect you to say Pythagorean, but I do not expect you to spell Pythagorean correctly because this is not spelling class. Just give me something close to it. It's not, definitely not. Okay, 10 squared plus 15 squared equals x squared. Make sure that you have C on the hypotenuse. 100 plus 225. Okay, so 325 divisible by 4. Nope. Divisible by 9. Divisible by 16. But it's 25. I don't know what's telling me that. It's probably the fact that there's a 25 at the end. Yay. I know it doesn't say to do approximate, but 18.0 is what we're gonna put. Yeah, but see, problem with that is, well, if you put the squiggles, it's fine. Well, it's not exactly 18 though. I guess if you put the word approximate, that kind of counts for the squiggles. Okay, now number 5. This is C. I just want to make sure that you guys see the 13 is C in this one because it's on the hypotenuse. So x squared plus 9 squared equals 13 squared. So the 13's got to be over here. Nope, because you'll get the same answer if it's 81 plus x squared or x squared plus 81. You're just going to minus 81 from both sides either way. Okay, I know it's divisible by 4, but my question is it divisible by 16 also? Nope, you're right. Okay, do you guys have any questions whatsoever about the first page? Anything from the first page I can do for you? Okay, flip to the second page when you're ready. Okay, write a statement that indicates the triangles in each pair are congruent. Okay, so first triangle, we're gonna go alphabetical order, which is FGH, correct? Okay, so triangle FGH is congruent to triangle NMF, right? Yeah. Wow, that was a long problem. I don't know if I can handle that one. Gosh, the extreme amount of writing I had to do there. Okay, but the important thing is the letters are lined up. Okay, number 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to do these all at the same time. First thing you do on all of these problems is mark any vertical angles or reflexive sides. I see vertical here. I see vertical here. I see vertical here. I see reflexive here. Any questions about that so far? Okay, so now just concentrate on number 7. Are they congruent? Yes, by which theorem? Close side angle side. SSA is a non-congruence theorem. And this one's side angle side because the angle's between the two sides. Okay, scooch over here. Number 8. What is this one? If it is anything. It looks like SSA. Yeah, but it's RHL. Everyone forgets about RHL. He's sometimes left out. I think he's fine. I think he's got a strong ego. RHL. Okay. What about number 9? Yes. Nope. There is no SSA, first of all. Nope. Okay. The bottom one is side angle side. What's the top one? Yeah, the marks don't line up. This one is not enough information. Okay, last one. Yes. Close. Angle, side. And why is it angle, side? Because the side is not between the two angles. If the side was here, it would be angle, side, angle. Okay, now let's move to a much easier topic. Distance and midpoint. Woo! We like this one. Okay, find the distance between the midpoint and the equation through the 2 points. Round the answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, so we're going to start by graphing them. 7, 1 is here. And then -7, -5 is here. Okay. So distance. To get the distance, I'm going to make a right triangle underneath. Count the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6, 14. Six squared plus 14 squared equals c squared. $36 plus $196 equals c squared. 232 equals c squared. Okay. 232 divides by 4. Nope. Nope. I think it's just 4. Is it 4? Just 4? Am I doing a lot of extra here? I'm convinced it's just 4. I know. Okay, but what was it when I divided it by 4? Now I'm 58. Okay. Shh. Okay, the 2 root 58 is my exact. And then, oh goodness, square root 232, 15.2. Okay, now midpoint, I'm just going to count because, yes, honey. Did you find it already? Oh, okay, hold on one sec. Okay, so the bottom's 14, the side is 6, so I'm gonna go over 7, up 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see why you know the equation. Okay, so midpoint is 0, -2, which is extremely helpful for the equation. Y equals, okay. Slope, rise over run. And then y-intercept is -2, which we found right there, which was super cool. And then all I have to do is reduce. Is number 11 really, really hilarious? Alrighty. I like that problem much better than, say, number 7 through 10. Okay, flip the page over when you're ready. All right. Flow charts and some square roots, and then we're done. Okay. Step 1, always mark any vertical angles or reflexive sides. I see vertical angles here. And I see a reflexive side here. Okay, now think very, very hard. Take your time. Which triangle congruence is number 12? The two, I mean like side angle side or something like that, like the ones at the bottom. It's on that page, just look at the bottom. Look at your pink sheet at the very bottom. Which one of the 5 is it? There's only one side marked. How would it be side angle? What? Angle, side. Great. Because there's 2 angles and a side that's not between them. Okay, which one is number 13? That's an easier one. There's only one angle marked, so it can't be angle, side angle. Side angle, side. Okay, now we have to do the flow chart. Okay, we're gonna start with the stuff that was given to us, which means the marks on the paper. The first thing I noticed, please stop. I'll just wait. Apparently you guys are all good at flow charts. Okay, I'm going to start with these two. Angle A is congruent to angle E by given. They're angles because it's got the little arc inside. I only had to say one letter because there's only one angle A and only one angle E. So that takes care of this part. Okay, now I'm going to go to these little marks right here that were on the paper when I started. BC, which is a side, is congruent to DC, which is a side. And that's given because the marks were on the paper when I got there. Okay, now these marks I made. Vertical angles always have to be 3 letters. Angle ACB is this first one. And angle ECD is the second one. And the reason is vertical angles because I marked those on the paper. Okay, now in the top triangle, I'm going to go alphabetical order, which is easy. It's A, B, C. What letters line up with A, then B, then C on the bottom triangle? E, D, C. Great job. And then angle, angle, side. Okay, I want to warn you of something. Do you guys see how there's 4 bubbles? Each bubble has a statement inside and a reason outside. This point, or this problem on the test is 8 points out of your 50. So each of our tests are 50 points. This one's 8. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we do have the bubbles there for you. So you don't have to worry about like how many bubbles there are. You're just gonna fill it in, but you do have to remember to put the little reasons outside. So the diagram is gonna be here. You need to fill in this. Yes, sir. Yes, okay, hold on to that thought. I'm gonna go over exactly what you can have as soon as we're done. We're close, don't worry. Okay. First, I'm gonna start with these tick marks here. A, B is congruent to C, D. And that's given. It's given because the tick marks were there when I started. Okay, now I'm going to go to these, but I can't say angle B is congruent to angle D. The reason is because there's 2 angle B's and 2 angle D's. So I have to use the 3 letters. This particular one here is A, B, D. And this one is C, D, B. But the reason for it is also given because the marks were there when I got to the paper. What marks did I make? BD is congruent to DB. By reflexive. Okay, top triangle, alphabetical order, A, B, D. A, B, D goes to C, D, B. And that's side angle side congruence. Oh, I just remembered one more thing on the test. We have this part filled in so that everyone will get the same answer here because I'm too lazy to grade like 19 different ones. Okay, three more, and then we're done with this, and I'm gonna go over the test topics and see what we need to do about stamping and whatnot. Okay, scroll down. 448. Okay, that's a big number. Yes. Is it 16? Okay. We can do this ahead of time. Nice. Okay, but I wonder. Mm, okay. Now, on a problem like this, you have to be careful and not lose the 10. So we're going to go 10 times the square root of 64 times the square root of 7. That makes 10 times 8 times square root 7, 80 square root 7. Okay. I don't think I need the calculator for number 15 because I can tell that's divisible by 9, that's divisible by 4, and that's divisible by 9. But these two just cancel out. Yeah. Okay. So this is negative 2 times square root 4 times square root 3. Negative 2 times root 3. Negative 4 root 3. Gosh, I really felt like that was going to be more work, but oh well. Okay, last one. First thing I do is make it 180. Which I think is 36. Yep. 180 is 36 and 5. Why did I hit the okay? Okay. See if I can fit this on the screen. It says your next test is on the block day, either Wednesday, March 19th or Thursday, March 20th. That's not this week. That's next week. So your test is a week from now, not the next couple days. But here is the rules. For your test, you can use the back side of your pink paper, writing flowcharts for congruent triangles. Your notes must be handwritten and will be collected with your test. What I mean by that is you can use the front side for all the congruent triangle stuff and then put notes on the back side. Okay, but let me warn you. We're going to let you use this pink paper all the rest of the year. So what I'm saying is, don't fill up the whole backside notes because you're gonna want to add to it for the next test and the next test and the final. Do you understand what I mean? So just put the notes that you need on the back of the pink paper. I would suggest that you put the list of perfect squares if you don't have those memorized. You know what I mean by that? Like 4, 9, 15, 25, 32. So I noticed some of you guys had that on there for the quiz, which is good. So you can always use the back of the pink paper for the whole rest of the year. Just make sure that you leave room for the new stuff that we learned. Yeah. Okay, and you can use, I mean, the other side of the pink sheet is all the congruent triangle stuff, so you don't need to put that as notes, all there. Unless you want to do a flowchart example, that just could never hurt. Okay, let's talk about the topic. Determining if triangles are congruent and justifying that the triangle congruent field or explaining or not. So that's the ones that we did where we marked the vertical and reflexive and just said which one it was or it wasn't. We didn't do the whole flow chart. Construct a flow chart to do triangles are congruent. As I said, there's one of those. The bubbles are there. You just need to fill them in. Pythagorean theorem, triangle angle sum theorem, writing and solving a proportion for similar figures. So that's the one where you have the triangles and you're like this over this equals this over this and cross multiply. Writing and solving a proportion word problem. That's the one we did with like the dollars and the dinars or whatever. Finding the midpoint, finding the length of a line segment, writing the equation of a line through 2 points. We did all of that today from on that one problem with the graph. Solving systems of equations using substitution, elimination, and graphing. Writing a system of equations from a word problem. If you don't like the word problems, you might want to like just abbreviate one on the back side of your paper and then like write the equations for it so you can see an example of how the equations were written. Converting an equation from standard form to slope-intercept form. Do you guys know what that is? Like minusing the x from both sides and dividing so that you get it y equals mx plus b form. And then simplifying square roots. So that's the divide by 4, divide by 9, divide by 16, whatever. Okay, so those are your topics. And then let's look at the stamp sheet side real quick. So we know what to do when. Okay. So I think I need to stamp this and this for most people. And this and the warm-ups. Does that sound right? Okay, your homework is the review assignment, but notice it's 3 nights worth of homework. It's not due until Friday. Go slow. Take your time. It's the homework for the whole week. Okay, not tomorrow. Thursday, we will be doing the team test. So during that time is when I'm going to stamp all of this stuff. Not the review assignment. Just up to this. Unless you're just that person who has to have the stamps right now. And I think that's it. So you guys should work on your review assignment for the next 20 minutes. Let me know if you need any help.